Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And in today's video, we're talking about these brand new Studio Buds by Beats. And these just came out a couple days ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a high level overview of these new earbuds and quickly compare them to the Apple AirPods Pro. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So first, I've already went ahead and unboxed this because I wanted to test it out and play around with it before I presented it to you guys. So let me go ahead and show you what the box looks like first. Here's kind of what it looks like. It says Beats Studio Buds, active noise cancellation, transparency mode. The side basically has Studio Buds, tells you it's made for Apple as well as you can download it for Android. And the back of it tells you true wireless earbuds with USB-C charging case. And tells you towards the bottom here, and we'll cover that in a minute as far as the charge time goes. And then you've got active noise cancellation with transparency mode, power balance, and sound on the side. So here's kind of what the packaging is on the inside. It gives you a USB Type-C cable here. It tells you 5-minute charge equals to 1 hour of battery life. Great sound starts with proper fit. So they do give you a couple different pieces for the silicone tips for the earbuds. Inside you've got your manuals as well as quick startup guides, and then you've got a Beats sticker as well. So that is basically the manuals and what all comes with it. Personally, I do like the packaging. I think they did a great job with the USB Type-C cable, putting the proper tips in here, and then pretty cool with the back. It tells you the left and right what they look like, and then how to put it in. Basically you put it in like that and then twist it to make it fit your ear. One simple controls as always. One click of the earbud will give you pause, play, answer call, or hang up a call. 2 clicks you can go ahead and go on to the next track. 3 clicks is your track back, and then if you long press you can go between transparency mode and ANC, or active noise cancellation. So that is pretty cool. Here is what the actual case looks like, and I'll show it to you guys here as well. I love the black finish. It's somewhat of a matte finish, but it does have a little bit of gloss to it, so I think it looks pretty cool. When you open this up, it will go ahead and present to you the earbuds, and these are pretty simple to take out. They do have a magnetic pull to it. Basically, think of this as your AirPods Pro, just with different branding, but also some different functionality, and we'll go ahead and cover that in a second here. So on the case, you've got your USB Type-C towards the bottom here for your charging. This is not a wireless charging case, so that is one difference right off the bat here, where the AirPods Pro do come with a charging case. Comparison in size between the two. Here's kind of what it looks like from the side. Here's what it looks like from the front. So AirPods Pro case being a little bit smaller than the Beats case. All right, now that you've actually seen the Studio Buds and the case and the box and things like that, let's quickly talk about what most people are concerned about, is charge time or playback time. So on the back of the box here, it tells you exactly, it's going to give you 5 hours of playtime on ANC off, which again is active noise cancellation, or 8 hours of playtime with ANC off. Now that is just for the actual earbuds by itself. As I mentioned earlier, the case itself is also a battery powered case, or backup battery if you will, and that gives you 10 hours of ANC on or 16 hours of ANC off. So if you combine both the earbuds as well as a case, you technically have 15 hours of playback time with ANC on, and you've got 24 hours of playtime with ANC off. So that is pretty cool. That's pretty standard, I think. For me at least, 5 hours with ANC on, active noise cancellation on, is more than enough if I'm going to the gym. I normally do end up charging my earbuds after the fact anyways, just because I want full charge every single time. But the one way of course you can do that is by the case or actually putting it on charge. So whether I'm using my AirPods Pro, they do go back in the case, which charges them again. And same thing with this, if you put it back in the case, it'll go ahead and give you that additional charge. So I think most people, in my opinion, will probably use it with the ANC on. That way you have that functionality, and why not use it so you're not distracted by sounds around you. So you could do 5 hours of actual playback time with that on, or 10 hours with the case once you put it back in the case and charge it. So that's how it works. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the functionality of these earbuds compared to the Apple AirPods Pro. First thing I want to talk about is noise cancellation. While the noise cancellation on these are fairly good, they are not quite up to par with AirPods Pro. Second thing is transparency mode. With AirPods Pro, the transparency mode is flawless, meaning it almost feels like you're not wearing the earbuds. That's how well it works in my opinion. Where with these, it does a really good job, but you still can feel you're wearing your earbuds. So not a huge deal, but there is a slight difference between the two. The third thing is when you're looking to switch between devices, so if you've got an iPhone, an iPad, or a MacBook or MacBook Pro or whatever it might be, with Apple AirPods, these are pretty seamless. They basically switch right to it without having to take them off or click on little menus and reconnect them, where with Beats, you are going to treat them like a traditional earbud. You literally have to go in to your computer or your AirPod or your iPad and select the device you want to connect it to. There is no flow from one device to another. So those are small little things that Beats or Apple have kind of continued to keep separate. I think that's a very strategic approach. That way they're still functioning as two different entities and they're still competing against each other, but they're technically owned by the same company. So if you want the premium, if you want the ease of going back and forth between different devices, then you pretty much have to buy the AirPods Pro, where if you are not bothered by it, or maybe you're not an Apple user, these will be fine for you. Speaking of which, Beats is also pushing the fact that these work flawlessly with both Android as well as Apple devices. They actually work really well. The functionality is the same on both. They do work with Siri, so you can use voice command on this as well. And even the connectivity, it's got where you basically open the case up, the phones detect it, and you simply connect to it. Now with iOS, keep in mind, it's got to be 14.6 version or higher. But with Android, it works the same way. You basically flip the case open, one click, and you are connected and good to go. If you do have the Beats app downloaded on your Android, it does give you more functionality and easier to use. With Apple, you don't need to download the Beats app. You can simply just go ahead and use the iOS and you'll be fine. So I think this was a very smart move on Beats and Apple's part, where they came out with a product that is not quite up to Apple standards in regards to quality, functionality, and ease of use. But it does a fairly good job with giving you the functionality, the core functionality you need as far as connectivity goes, the sound quality, the active noise cancellation, the transparency mode, and they all wrapped it into a much cheaper, affordable package, if you will. So these are retailing for $149.99 compared to the Apple AirPods Pro that are $249.99. And then of course you've got Sony and Samsung earbuds in the market as well, and these will be very similar to that. But I want to do this video comparing it just to the Apple AirPods Pro as well as the Beats, because again, they're owned by the same company, and I think they come very close to how well they function together. So again, $149 for these, $249 for the Apple AirPods Pro. But is it worth it to spend the extra money? As I mentioned earlier, if you want the full flawless functionality to go between different devices, if you want the better noise cancellation, if you want the better transparency mode, definitely stick with Apple. But if you don't mind those things and you're willing to settle for a little bit less and save that money, because it's $100, I think these are a great buy. So keep that in mind. All right, one thing to note about Beats, and this has kind of been in their product line all along, is these are great for individuals that want to listen to music and are not really paying attention to the details. Meaning, Beats have always been higher focused on hip hop type of music. That's kind of what they've always focused on. And their bass, even with the over-the-ear headphones, have always been higher than your vocals or your lows. So keep that in mind. If that doesn't bother you and you're not really a hardcore listener and you're not someone who is very detailed on balance of music, then the Studio Buds will be fine for you. But if you're one of those picky users who really are into music and you like listening to details, you like listening to lows, then these might not be the right ones for you. And if you've had other Beats over-the-ear headphones or any other, even the one with the wings, then these are going to function the same exact way as far as sound quality goes. So you already know what they sound like if you've used them in the past. But if you haven't, just know that these tend to be really focused on some of the bass and not so much of the mids and lows. So just keep that in mind when you are looking to purchase the earbuds. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about what these look like and how well they function based on what I'm telling you. And what would you buy? Would you stick to the Apple AirPods Pro, or would you buy the Studio Buds and save yourself the $100? Alright guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.